watching thesubstream.com, and we're here at the Beguiling in Toronto, which is, without exaggeration, the best comic book store in the entire universe. My name is Rajo, and last night after my pregnant wife went to bed, I put on this Green Lantern ring and jumped around my living room shooting energy blasts at the couch. I'm 33 years old, and this isn't even the only Green Lantern ring I own. I own like about 4 others. So you can see how a guy like me, such as I am, can get pretty excited about this upcoming Green Lantern movie. A movie that features a second-tier DC Comics character that the general public isn't really familiar with at all. That's dangerous territory, especially for a summer film that's supposed to compete with Transformers 3 or Harry Potter. But let's say you're nothing like me. Let's say you own no Green Lantern rings, not even the cheap one that you got when you bought the Blackest Night series when it came out. What does Green Lantern mean to you? And why should you care? And why should I care if you don't care? Well, I'll tell you. Beyond any question of whether or not this is going to be a film of quality or whether it's going to make any money is this fact. The Green Lantern film represents a huge, unprecedented gamble on Warner Brothers' part. And if it succeeds, it can only mean good things for lesser known, more interesting DC Comics properties with perhaps even greater cinematic potential. We're talking stuff outside of the safe zone of the Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman area. Stuff that really has the potential to strike a new chord with moviegoers, which is exactly what the superhero film genre needs in order to last. By now, everybody has a passing knowledge of all the top and second-tier Marvel superheroes, thanks to the relentless output of not completely terrible Marvel films this past decade. Meanwhile, Warner Brothers seems to have stalled on many of its DC Comics properties, coasting mainly on the success of Christopher Nolan's excellent Batman franchise and not much else. And while they try and figure out just what the hell they're going to do with Superman and Wonder Woman, it does seem strange that they'd skip over adapting potential slam dunk characters like The Flash and instead reach all the way into weird, hard-sell sci-fi outer space territory with Green Lantern. Is the public going to be receptive to the idea of an alien superhero wearing CGI spandex who creates a green machine gun with his mind so he can protect his sector of space from invading alien fear clouds and also muggers? That's the $400 million question. So if you're in the dark about Green Lantern, I've put together this Green Lantern FAQ to help you out. And there's only one question on it. Who the hell is Green Lantern? In the comics, Green Lantern is a superhero that hangs out sometimes with Batman and Wonder Woman. He wears a space ring that allows him to manifest his willpower as green light energy, so he can fly and shoot energy blasts, or make green stuff like giant boxing gloves appear out of thin air. He's part of the Green Lantern Corps, which is basically like the Galaxy Police. This means that he's not alone. There are tons of other Green Lanterns who patrol the galaxy fighting crime. In his private life, on Earth, he's a fearless test pilot named Hal Jordan, and that's pretty much all you need to know. He's not the same as the Green Hornet, and eventually, he gets a few more human friends helping him out, which is why the Green Lantern in that Justice League cartoon was a black guy. Man, that must have been a hard pitch. I mean, I really did boil down the Green Lantern concept to its bare essentials, and even to me it sounds corny and inaccessible. How the hell could one screenwriter, much less the film's 4, ever get something like this greenlit, so to speak? Now, going into it, I gotta admit that even I've been getting some bad vibes when it comes to the film's marketing. Now, granted, I haven't seen the film yet, but in adapting it, perhaps it seems like they're aiming a bit too high with like the crazy outer space stuff, maybe even at the expense of the Earthbound test pilot stuff, which can't be good. Remember, filmmakers, a well-written, relatable character is the most special effect of all, regardless of the film. Still though, I've seen some pretty cool stuff in those trailers, and for God's sake, they made a Green Lantern movie. Amongst hyper nerds and various geek gangs, that was long thought to be impossible, and that's got me revved up. And if they get the important elements of the character and the concept even halfway right, it might just be enough to pique the interest of the average moviegoer who's ready to move beyond the Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, the more popular characters that we've already seen a million times on screen. And if that collective interest one day might pave the way for a potential live-action theatrical release of a Doom Patrol movie, or my ultimate all-time favorite character, Blue Beetle, then by God, go see Green Lantern this weekend. Come on, give this guy a chance, will ya? And don't tell my wife about the ring.